Hey y'all, it's your girl Tiana. I can only be me, y'all, and I am coming at you with a video. I'm about to make some deviled eggs for one of my subscribers. Her name is Linda. Hold on one second. Brunson, Brunson. I hope I'm saying that right, or Bruson. But I'm making this for her. She asked me to do some deviled eggs. Okay, y'all. So I have the eggs boiling, and I will let you know how long the eggs have been boiling. But I put some eggs in this pot. I put 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, I think it's in there. And about, depends on how many we want. I might use 2 or 3 of them to mix into the mixture. So to the water, I've added some oil. I don't know, it's just something about the oil. To me, it seems like it keep the eggs from sticking. Sometimes it do, sometimes it don't, you know, from tearing up. So I just put the oil in mine, you know, just for, so that's supposed to be purpose or whatever. And I put enough water in them to cover them up. So I'm going to let these come to a boil. And once they boil for about 5 to 6 minutes, then I'm going to turn them off. And I'm going to let them sit in that water until the water cool all the way down. And then I'm going to add them over into some cold water and let them sit in that cold water till the eggs come to the temperature of that water. So that the eggs can come to the temperature of that water, and then I'm gonna peel them. Okay, y'all, I turned the eggs off, and look, these eggs boil for about 25 minutes. Yeah, 25 minutes, because I lost track of time. I'm in here washing clothes, folding up clothes and everything. So they boiled for about 25 minutes. So, but they was on a low boil because I had iron medium. But either way it go, it don't matter. You know, the longer they boil, the more they cook. So, I mean, they just got all the way done like I need them to. So, I mean, if yours overboil, then don't even matter, because I was kind of like guessing at the time that I was going to boil them for before I turned them off. So I never did get a chance to do that. So by the time I did get back to my eggs, honey, time had done went by so fast. So it had done been about 25 minutes. So I had turned it off or whatever, and I folded up my clothes, and now I'm back in here finna put them in some cold water. So I make sure y'all. So I got my cold water running. So I'm just about to take these eggs out of this pot, and I'm about to put them in this bowl. About to put them in the bowl and put some cold water on them. But I'm just doing them like this. And you see one of them, it kind of like busted open, but it'll be alright. That might be the one we use to put up in the mixture or whatever. It might ain't no might, it is. And I just did it like that because I had got some grease in my water, and I just want to run some hot water down the drain with that grease water. So I'm just putting some cold water on these eggs. And after a few minutes, I always come back and check the water, because the cold water ends up getting warm. So I dump that water off and add some more cold water to it. And then once they cool down to the temperature of the water, the cold water, then that's when I come in here and I peel my eggs. Okay, y'all see how easy it is to peel these eggs after putting that oil in them. I don't know, I think the oil just, and when you let them cool down all the way, it just helps the eggs to be able to peel like they're supposed to. Okay, so I just cracked the egg all up. Look how that just come off of there, and it just peeled nice and easily. And this one, look at her, it's just sliding off of that one. But this one right here is going to be the one that I use to break up in the mixture. I'm going to use probably about 2 or 3 of them, depends how many I want to make for us to eat or whatever. So I might just use 2 of them because I love deviled eggs, y'all. So yeah, I'm not going to be in the camera because I just didn't feel like getting dressed and stuff like that. But it's about the eggs. It's about the deviled eggs. But I want to thank each and every one of you for subscribing to my channel. Y'all, we getting there. We almost at them 1,000 subscribers. We getting there. And I want to thank each and every one of y'all for commenting and just supporting me. I want to say welcome to all my new subscribers. And if you haven't subscribed yet, and this is your first time watching my video, if you like it, then you subscribe. Okay, so I just crack it on all sides, break it up, and look how it just slide off there. And these is cooled all the way down. They down to the temperature of the water. So I think that kind of helps when it comes to peeling eggs too. But right along with that oil that's in them, you know. And I just use any kind of cooking grease. If you got vegetable oil, canola oil, olive oil, whatever kind of oil you want to put in there, just put some in there. And make sure you cover the eggs. I showed y'all that already. So I just run around in this water to rinse off, you know, any little small shells that's still on them. So now on my plate, I have some wet paper towels that helps keep them from sliding around or whatever. And I don't know what it do for the refrigerator. It may not do anything, but I just did that because where I used to work, they used to want us to dry the eggs off, you know, with a dry paper towel before we put them down. So I just put them down on the wet paper towel, you know, to keep them from sliding around. And they're gonna go in the refrigerator anyway. So what you do is you take the egg. This the big end, it's the small end. Take the egg and split it in half like this. Don't go the long, don't go across, like, don't go the crossways, go the long way. And then you're just gonna take the center of that egg and put it down in that bowl. And look, it's cleaned out. Okay, so you're gonna do that with all of your eggs except for about maybe, depends on how many you want to put down in here. Maybe like, I have 9 eggs, so I probably do about 2 or 3. Let me see. I might just do 2 of them so I can have more eggs. Because my grandma, she love double eggs, and I do too. My husband, he don't eat them, so it's just going to be me and my grandma eating them. So make sure you evenly split them, and be careful when you pop the yolk out of them so that you don't split the egg in half, because you most definitely will if you're not careful, because they're so fragile. Okay. Okay, so I broke that one, so that's going to be another one. And I broke that one. So I'm probably going to put 2 of them in here. And the seasonings that I have while I'm doing this is some onion powder, some parsley, Tony Satchel. You can easily just use salt, pepper, and just a little bit of cayenne pepper. You can leave out the cayenne pepper if you like. I just like to have that little kick. But if you use the Tony's, then it gives you the kick that you need. Okay? But just don't go too heavy with that Tony's, because it's a little salty now. Okay? And then I have some mayonnaise relish and some curry powder. The curry powder is optional. You do not have to add the curry, but I'm just trying it this time in my eggs to see what it tastes like. So sometimes I like to add sugar to mine. You do not have to add sugar. That is also optional. So if you want it to be basic. Oh, and I forgot the mustard, but y'all know I'm still using my mustard packs. So I only got 2 of them in there that I saved. Hold on one second. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my eggs. I'm going to take my eggs and I'm going to mash them down with this fork. I might use one more. No, not this one. Maybe that one. Y'all, because we love double eggs now. So, just however much, you know, white you want in it, or yolk, it don't matter. Just, you don't even have to add the whites, but it just helps fluff it up a little bit more. You can add you some bacon to it, you know, to give it more flavor. It is good, like adding bacon to them. Adding, if you, whatever kind of meat you want to add to this, you can. And bacon, shrimp, what else? Crab meat. Or you could just have them plain. So I'm just using my fork. And just breaking it down. You do not have to go through the process of cutting them up or none of that. So you see, I just broke them down to fine pieces. Okay, so now I'm going to add my black pepper, and you can also use spicy mustard if you would like, instead of regular mustard. Some onion powder, Tony seasoning, not a lot. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, I'm gonna use some paprika too. Okay, so the paprika, Tony seasoning, black pepper, okay, the curry powder, and just a little bit of that. I'm gonna add some mayonnaise, and you want this to be thick. You do not want it to be thin. If you use Miracle Whip, it might make it too sweet for you. So I'm using a heaping spoon, that was a tablespoon, heaping tablespoon of mayonnaise. So just add a little bit at a time because you don't want it to be too liquidy. You want it to be thick, okay? So just mix all that together. And it's a little too dry, so I'm gonna add just a little bit more. Okay, then I'm gonna add some of my relish. And I'm gonna add a tablespoon of that, and I'm gonna give all this a good mix. So be careful when you add your mayonnaise, because once you add that relish, it just give it a little bit more moisture, okay? So don't be so heavy on your mayonnaise. So I'm going to add a little bit more Tony's for the salt. And y'all, I just like sugar in mine. I'm going to add a little bit more relish. That was just like a half a teaspoon. And I just like to have sugar. I need a little bit more sweetness. Bless me, Jesus. So that was like a half a teaspoon. Okay, so I'm going to mix that on in there. But that is good, y'all. Yeah. See, it just brought just a little hint of sweetness through, and that is perfect. And that's all I do. Okay, so now that we have that, what I'm gonna do, take that mayonnaise spoon, oh yeah, I forgot to add the mustard. Hold on. Let me add my mustard to it. And you're going to add about it just depends on how much you have. So I can't really say how much of what. Just taste it. Okay? Just taste it and you go from there. But I added about a teaspoon of mustard. So if you want to go by my recipe, this was 9 eggs. That was about a teaspoon of Tony seasoning. Maybe a teaspoon or half a teaspoon. Let me see. About a half a teaspoon of curry. About a teaspoon of onion powder. Half a teaspoon of black pepper. And then the mayonnaise. The amount of mayonnaise that I used, what was that? About 2 tablespoons I used. About a teaspoon of mustard, about a tablespoon of relish, and that's all you do. So now, let me clean my spoon off real quick so I can have this neat. And so now what I'm gonna do is, I'm just gonna add a little bit to the tip of the spoon. That's how I like to do it. I don't like to put it on the whole spoon. And I'm just spoon it down in there. So I put a little bit at a time first. Then I go back and use the rest of it because I don't want to run out of mixture. And then I didn't do all my eggs. But y'all, this is so good. Y'all try this. This is so delicious. And that curry, that curry just took it to a whole nother level, honey. A whole nother level. And it's not too runny. It's thick. Just like it should be. You don't want it so runny, be running all off the egg and all that stuff. That's not how you supposed to do them. You want them firm just like that. You see? And I hope y'all can see, because I didn't hook my light up in here. I was using my stove, and the way that I'm set up right now, I couldn't hook my light up. But I hope y'all can see. So if you try this recipe, then y'all leave a comment down below and let me know what you think, okay? I hope y'all try it. And see, when I get finished with this, only thing I got to do, if I want some bacon or whatever, not in it but on it, just get you some of them little real bacon bits and top them. Put it on top of them, on each one of them. And you can have some bacon on it like that. Instead of having in it, it's on it. It'll be on it. Let me make this look a little pretty for you. And it's still not sweet just because I added that sugar, y'all. So, I mean, some paprika. So I took the paprika and I'm just sprinkling it all over them. And now I'm going to take some parsley. This just to decorate them, y'all. And go on top of them. Just like that. Uh-oh. And that is the deviled eggs, you guys. So, Miss Linda Brunson, I hope you like this recipe and I hope you try it. So when you do, just let me know. Leave a comment down below this video and let me know how you like the deviled eggs. And if you don't like mustard, then you don't have to add the mustard, okay? But just let me know how you like them. Alright, y'all. Y'all be blessed. And if there's anything else y'all would like to see, just give me some ideas and drop them down below. And if I got the money to go out and get the stuff, then I can make it for you. It just depends on what it is. You know, if I have the funds to do it at the time. So, y'all, hope y'all enjoy this. And if y'all want one, y'all better go ahead on and get them, because me and Grandma finna tear down on these here. Y'all be blessed. Y'all thought I was getting rid of the rest of that egg salad. I took it and I put it on me a slice of bread, honey. I'm making me an egg salad sandwich. Y'all look at that. So good.